Welcome to the Bloom Effect. I'm your host, Cassie Kellner, former chairside assistant turned team coach and founder of Everbloom. This podcast is all about the real stuff, honest combos, leadership lessons, and the heart behind thriving orthodontic teams. If you're ready to grow, lead, and bloom, let's dive in. Welcome to the Bloom Effect. I'm your host, Cassie Kellner, and I am okay, we are on site. Like, this is like, Julie.
I know. We just texted, I guess.
Julie Varney is my guest, and I am so excited. Julie, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are in Albany, New York.
Yep.
Julie and I connected, oh my gosh,
like last year, the year before, through Tiger.
Yes, at Zen Supplies, shout out.
Yeah.
And we realized that we don't live that far from one another.
No, we can meet in the middle.
So we met in the middle, you guys. And like, this is so real and so fun. And so, Julie, welcome to the Bloom Effect.
Thank you for having me.
So
I'm glad to be here.
Julie, we have commonality here. Mm-hmm. We are both dental assistants.
Yes.
But we work in very different worlds.
Yes.
Like very, very different worlds.
Yeah, very different worlds with some similarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I always start this podcast, Julie. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Throw it at me. Throw it at me.
With who is Julie Varney?
I'm a Mod Podge of stuff.
Okay.
I'm like a melting pot of dental. That's what I could say I am. I'm first and foremost, I'm a dental assistant at heart. I've been doing it for 33 years. I love, eat, live, and breathe dentistry like all the time. I don't ever stop, but I really am like I want to be someone for dental assistants that wasn't there for me when I first started. Because we didn't have the days of social media. Mm-hmm. We didn't have the days of the internet.
Yeah. It
was just you started a job and you learned from whoever was around you. Yeah. And you didn't have this big community of stuff. As you know, it's a community now. So I've grown over the years. I'm funny. Sometimes I'm a little to the point and
I love
crass.
That about you.
I don't sugarcoat stuff because I don't think it needs to be sugarcoated. And I think people need to be upfront and foremost with whoever they're dealing with.
Right.
So I have 4 boys. I have 2 grandbabies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And my baby's a senior in college. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So.
Julie.
And my husband makes the beer.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
My husband's a brewer at the Budweiser. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he makes beer.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
it.
Oh, this is so good. Okay. So let's go back because I love that you say, like, you are, Julie, an advocate for dental assistants.
Yeah, I try to be. I try to be someone that's supportive, a good ear, because sometimes nobody has nobody. You know, someone doesn't have anybody. That's all I should say.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody to listen to them. They're not getting listened to.
Yeah.
So it really needs where people start listening to each other because that's how the profession's going to grow.
Right.
And, you know, we get the last end of the stick or the last bottom of the fish pool or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It's just.
Yeah. And I think this is where our stories are similar, but also different, right? Because you are primarily focused on general dentistry, right?
Yeah, primarily. I try to dabble and stuff like that and learn more. I'm going to start soon. I'm going to be starting to take a digital journey. Okay. I'm going to learn all the digital aspects of 3D printing through a company. So I'm really excited about that because they want to see how hard is it for the dental assistant to learn it. Now I know about it. I teach it like in school at the high school level, but I have not really physically done it.
Yeah.
So I'll be excited to document that journey.
And when you say digital, are you talking like digital? What are you talking?
Like ESIC retainers, dentures, and learning how to make stents and models, and from a company, I'm going to be working with them and their 3D printing software.
Got it.
To
Okay.
see.
So
how hard is it for a dental assistant if a doctor was to purchase the equipment? How hard is it for them to learn it?
Oh, well, I'll tell you right now, from an ortho perspective, not hard.
Oh, no, it's not hard.
Ortho's a different animal, obviously. We're not making dentures.
Right.
But from a digital perspective, I mean, ortho is so incredibly digital. I mean, so is general and other specialties.
Yeah, and we do, in our office, we have, the Prime Scan, and we do Sure Smile, whatever. And it's so simple for the dental assistant to be involved in the process.
Right.
It's a very doctor hands-off process,
yes.
shall I say?
Yes.
It's very, here it is, here's the patient, yep, do this, this, and that, and then you scan as the dental assistant, you send it over to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
You get the trays back, you put on all the attachments.
Oh my gosh, Julie, okay, we're going to collaborate much more because I didn't know this and I can so relate to so much of this.
Yeah.
I also... This is where I think there's some differences, is there is a ton of independence in orthodontics.
Absolutely.
As there's not as much, in my opinion, in GP. But there's still independence everywhere.
Still independence depending on the laws, rules, and regulations. Like in my state, I'm in New York, obviously, that you have to be licensed to do ortho.
Right. Yes.
Are all the dental assistants in New York State licensed? No. I know several of them that aren't, but they've been doing it for 30 some odd years. They've been doing it for 20 years and they're experts, but they just haven't gotten that licensed component.
Yeah.
But where you say like general, yes, there's lots of rules, more rules and regulations where you're not as an independent. And I would say in some ortho practice, the dental assistant is almost like the provider because the dentist walks by and says, okay, do X, Y. Doesn't even touch the patient.
Yes.
And just said, do X, Y, and Z. And you're like, okay, got it. Thanks, boss. Move on to the next chair.
Yes. Yes.
It's very, they hire good people. They train them the right way.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. I love this. So can we go back as well to, you decided, you love this profession. It's like at your core, it's who you are. Right. How did Dental Assistants Rock happen?
So actually it is the, I think, 10th year anniversary, maybe 15th year of Instagram. And right when Instagram came out, you could only do pictures.
Yes.
You could only post one picture.
Yes.
That was it. So I started posting memes, dental memes. So my very first meme is of a dental assistant, and I don't know where I got the picture, maybe Google, but a dental assistant on the light pole upside down saying something of, in my off time, I can do this, or I make more money doing this. I don't know. It was something funny, and I made a meme about it. Like, I saw her on the pole. I don't know if she posted it or whatever, but I made a meme, and then that took off, and I got a couple followers. I'm like, oh, I'll make another meme. So I made a meme of like the autoclave opening and say the only time I get a spa day is the steam from the autoclave. so this was
Julie,
2010.
You're the OG.
Well, of memes maybe. But I mean, lots of people make memes now, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So I just started making memes and, a little trickle about myself or what I was doing. And then, Instagram changes and you got reels and carousels and all this stuff from Instagram that is just crazy. And it's a good way. I realized that I could use it as a method to communicate with other assistants that maybe in another country, or maybe across the river, or just need some answers, or where do they get answers? So it's been a great community. And I wanted the username dental assistant, but it wasn't taken. So I'm like, dental assistants rock. And it's just stuck. And I toy with changing it. People are like, don't change your name it because that's who you are. And I'm like, I don't want to be just dental assistant rocks because people always say rock star dental assistant. They don't like that. And you get,
Really?
Yeah, they don't, they don't. Some
like frowned upon.
Yeah, the rock star dental assistant or rock star hygienist, Yeah. So I keep the name, I keep the tag because I've never changed the tag. I never changed the username, as they say.
So you went viral.
Yeah.
And
several times.
you have nearly 100,000 followers. I mean, you're almost up to 90K.
Yeah.
And the stuff that you post is funny, but also meaningful. And I feel that the word that you're spreading about dental assistants is really important.
It is to me, because I think at the end of this career, whenever I end, I mean, will we ever stop working? Probably not. I want us to be more valued. I want some national standards. I want dentists to know, hygienists to know, the front office to know that we're just not just dental assistants.
Yes.
There's a lot more. It's a team environment. You're not just a hygienist.
Yeah.
You are the hygienist. You are the, the clinical oral health provider, of their mouth, and you're the front office that provides the insurance. And without one component of the office, the other one doesn't work.
Yeah.
If the front office is not answering the phone, how are we getting patients in chair for the hygienist or the dentist?
Yeah.
If the dental assistant's there, how is the doctor really treating that patient?
Right.
If the hygienist is not there, who's doing whatever they need to do on their oral health care, So people try to single us out and break us apart.
Right.
And it's more, we are a team.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of times that people minimize, at least in general dentistry, they minimize the work of a dental assistant.
Mm-hmm.
I was recently at a meeting that was for general dentistry, geared towards general dentistry. And I have to be honest, it was really out of my comfort zone. And I think that's why I did it.
Like me going to the ortho convention, I'd be like, oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, that's a brace.
Totally.
But I know what's going on over here. Sure.
Right?
I don't know what that tool is, but let me find out.
Yeah. That was me. And I loved it. But the exposure, I was in general dentistry for the first 4 years of my career. And then I went to ortho and I never went back.
Right.
But I have the general dentistry experience. It's been a really long time. This is year 21 for me. Mm-hmm. So if you put me chairside in GP, I don't know, I would flounder. I'd be like, looking for you in every corner, that's for sure. But what I found was I was speaking to a dentist and they said, we were talking about connection with their team. Mm-hmm. And he said, yeah, we do meetings. We do like hygiene meetings. We do admin meetings. Mm-hmm. We do meetings for our treatment coordinators, we don't do dental assistants meetings. And then he just kept going. I was blown away, Julie. And immediately I thought of you and I thought, this is really interesting. I haven't been in this industry in a really long time, but it isn't like that in orthodontics because it's a different animal, right? Like we don't have operatories, we have open bays.
You don't have hygienists.
Right. Unless you're in certain parts of Canada because Canadians, they have to have hygienists. Right. But I thought it was really interesting.
But then he also wonders why he has high turnover.
Yeah.
And if you're not valuing what they bring, oftentimes when I go into my office every single day, I say, how you doing? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? I'm always kind of bouncing around.
Yeah.
But we always get left on the back burner.
Yeah.
With meetings or productions. You're not, I've heard often from, sometimes from hygienists, well, you don't understand you're not a producer. I'm not a producer. I help someone produce, but there are some things that I can do that are money makers for the practice.
Yeah.
Where if the person needs a denture, well, I can scan.
Yeah.
Doctor's not scanning.
Right.
Sometimes some states a dental assistant can try it in, adjust it, fit it. Like with ortho, you might bond and bracket that whole person. They just look, okay, yep, that is here's a treatment plan. Yeah. But you are physically setting that patient up with the start.
Yeah.
Maybe with the middle, maybe not removing the brackets, but
you are removed. They're doing it all.
Yeah.
They're in there from beginning to end for the full 6, 18, 24 months, however long it's taking, they're doing everything. And I do think I had a really eye-opening experience at that meeting because I don't find that orthodontists or orthodontic teams don't value their dental assistants, if I'm being honest. I do think there's a lot of value there, and they realize that these dental assistants, they couldn't survive without it. They're seeing between 60 and 120 patients a day in an ortho world, and
those dental assistants, they're rocking it, but so is the rest of the team, right?
Right.
And I think that goes back to what you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
is, you know, how important it is to kind of look at it as a whole and not as one large production number. And I know that's difficult to say. I get it, even as a business owner. However, if you want people to feel valued, cared for, and be in a safe space,
you have to, I mean, how do you not know if you're not having meetings with your dental assistant team, whether you have 2, 3, 4, how do you not know that they might be struggling with something?
Right.
They want to know more.
Yeah.
They don't understand. Maybe they're afraid to come to you.
Right.
And now you're complaining on Facebook forums.
Yes. I've seen a lot of that recently.
And well, what are you doing to the problem? Oh, I can't find a dental assistant. Well, if you can't find a dental assistant, you better look in the mirror, because look at your practice, because there's no reason. Like right now, we're having an issue in New York State with orthodontic assistants. There's a big push for the orthodontics. The orthodontists want there to be a certified orthodontic assistant, some type of pathway for orthodontics, but they're struggling to find people to come work in orthodontics.
Interesting.
And I said, well, why is that? Is it your place of employment? Are you not paying? I mean, I understand if you have no skill whatsoever, like myself. Okay, I have an ortho certification from Danby. I have done clear aligners.
Yeah.
That's all. I've never done bracket or embodiment. Well, I did 6 months smile for a while, but that's not really ortho to me. That's not like a full comprehensive case. But if I was to come to your office, I understand there's going to be a little pay difference from my experience in general to ortho. I get that.
Right.
There's got to be some type of career ladder for these orthodontic assistants or any assistant to help them maintain where they want, because everybody wants to make a living wage. Right. Now, do I want to be a Holly Star wage? No. I would like just to be able to afford my bills and my groceries and my lights on. So I think a lot of practices struggle with retention because they're like, well, we can't afford. Well, we all know they can afford just a little bit more.
Sure.
You know, so as one that manages overhead, I do know that, you know.
And I think too, I don't know why. I've never actually said this out loud. So here we go. I think that sometimes in this field, people think of dental assistants as like, oh, you just went to this like whatever program, or you learned on the job. Like you didn't get a bachelor's degree to do this. You didn't. And I think that they downplay the level of knowledge that you need as a dental assistant in any field. And again, I speak to ortho, obviously, but it is a very complicated chairside knowledge that you have to have as an orthodontic assistant. And I think people are like, oh, well, you know, you didn't go to this much schooling. And so I'm going to, you're only worth this much. And I feel like they downplay just because you don't have the degree hanging on the wall, like a 2-year degree. I have a 2-year degree. You don't mean jack if I don't know what I don't know chairside. Right. It has, nothing to do with that. And the thing like you with orthodontic assisting is if you even put that bracket a millimeter the wrong way, you could torque a tooth. Totally. It could not move the right way. Right. So you really have to be educated in why it's positioned this way. Why are they positioning way up by the gum line? Why are they, are they whatever they're doing? Yeah. But they don't understand, like, yes, I understand that someone off the street is not going to understand that. Yeah, it takes time to learn that. Yeah. And like you said, I listened to your podcast on the way here this morning. Your very first one, I listened to it. Oh, you did? Yes, I wanted to know a little bit more, so I listened to it this morning. But like those people that you trained with that created whatever type of bracket or... Oh, yes, yeah. Dr. McLaughlin. Yeah. So they taught you the proper way because they valued what you brought to their Julie. Practice. Exactly. And nowadays... do I think we have time to train dental assistants the proper way? Maybe. Depends on how busy your practice is. But when I started,
I had a very old school Italian dentist that loved dentistry, loved it. And he would be like, nope, mix that again. Nope, mix it again. And he didn't care if I went through a whole tube of a base and a catalyst impression material until I got that right. Nope, you didn't suck it up right, throw it out. Nope, do it again. Nope, the x-ray's wrong, do it again. So he's very he was trying to make me what he needed and to be the best because he wanted someone that was going to be the best for him so that he could be more productive.
Yeah.
And that's what I guess I don't understand, like yourself, is our whole goal is to help you be more productive.
Right.
But also to kind of feel like we're involved in the process.
Yes. Well, we are.
Yeah.
I honestly, I mean, and again, I speak so much to ortho, and I love, I think this is why you're like the yin and the yang of general and orthodontics.
Now we just need an endodontist, a root canal specialist assistant.
I just think that, you do so much advocating for dental assistants, and I feel like I have done the same and do the same on the ortho side. It's really important to me. And I say this all the time, in ortho residency, they got 2 to 3 years of truly understanding mechanics. And then you throw a dental assistant in there and we don't properly teach them. And this is why I talk about onboarding and training so much in practices. And they will not thrive. Everyone will just be in survival mode. Right. If we don't actually do something about this and really teach them how to do what they're doing.
And well.
Yeah.
Well, and want to stay where they feel valued. I was just saying that people can't be successful if you don't give them the proper tools and set them up for success. You set them up for failure if you do that.
Yeah.
You can hire a dental assistant right off the street. Great. Okay.
Great.
But if you don't give that person the tools and a good stepping stone and a plan and a pattern, they're going to walk away and then you're going to be back to square one again.
Yeah, I agree. And this is
if you don't invest, it's like an investment.
Yes.
You invest in all the equipment, but
this is what I was getting at too, is I think people are not thinking of dental assisting as a career. They're thinking of it as I'll do this for a little bit and then I'll move on. Or, Julie, you've been doing this for 30 plus years at this point. I've been in this field for 20 and my route is very different and so is yours.
Yeah. And it's all.
And I'm proud of it.
Right.
I would not change it for a thing.
No. And every day's not Christmas.
No.
There are days that I'm like,
it's work. Listen, it's work.
It's work.
Let's get real.
But at the end of the day, you love what you do. And you do what you love, and it all works out. And when I was young, I think the work ethic has changed with the newer generation of people. I hate to say it, as one that teaches high schoolers, I see it all the time. But we were taught if you want something in life, you have to work for it. You want milk, you have to milk the cows. They ain't gonna milk themselves. You want to graduate from high school and buy a car, you have to work for it. Nobody's going to hand it to you. So it's a very, and when I got a job, my grandmother always says, you treat it like it's your only thing in life. You put all your effort into it. It is a career. It's not just a job. She goes, I don't even care if you're flipping burgers at McDonald's. You love working there and you love flipping burgers. That is your career. You flip burgers at McDonald's. So I've always treated it as, this is what I'm going to be, as a dental assistant. It's a dental assistant career. Yeah. And you get the naysayers out there. Oh, I would never, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's your experience. You chose to have that experience. You put yourself in that experience. Right. And I'm sure you have friends that were orthodontic assistants and they're like, never, I would never be an orthodontic assistant. Yeah. But your experience is different because you chose to have a different experience with it. Yeah. You chose not to put up with a dentist throwing instruments, or you chose not to make $11 an hour, or how about $3.75 back in 1992?
Oh yeah. When I started, I made $12 an hour.
I started as $3.75. $3.75.
Maybe it was lower than that, but I remember hitting 12 and being really excited. Yeah. And then, going from there. But I think that
the work that you're doing and how you're speaking up. I love Dental Assistants Rock. I love it. I love what you're doing.
It's fun.
I also am like, how do you know how to do this stuff, Julie? Like, truly.
I don't. I follow a lot of, what do they call them? Not content creator. Well, I do follow a lot of content creators, but I follow a lot of people that teach Instagram or teach you how to do this and teach you how to do that.
I like it.
I follow, like when TikTok came out, I wish I would have invested in TikTok like 5 years ago. I just dabbled in it. Yeah. And then it skyrocketed when COVID hit. Yeah. And I was like, and I should have been, pumping out videos then because you could have millions of followers. Now it's a little bit harder to grow on TikTok. But I follow this lady. She's called the TikTok Mothership, Helen. And she teaches you how to do all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
She will do the video. And then the next video will be the lesson on how to do the transition or how to put words on the screen. And it's great because and she's older. She's in her later 60s. Okay. I want to say she's super nice. She's based in New York City. I met up with her one day when I was down there for a board meeting. And she made me dance in the street. Oh. It was hilarious. I never dance in public. And she's like, yep, we're doing a TikTok right here. Come on, you got to get over that fear, So it's great because for someone like her who's in production and she does a lot of actually Sensodyne commercials. She works with Sensodyne. Oh, that's so it's so funny. I'm like, I need to be in that commercial, Helen,
Right.
But she teaches our age people, older people, how to do TikTok. Yeah. And I think it's a community. The social media is a big community as long as you use it the proper way.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for using it the proper way, not for the wrong way. But I think it brings people together that might be lonely in a profession like dental assisting.
Yeah.
And not know, or they're just starting out and they come across an x-ray video, and totally. It is hard. It is. I do say that some of the comments that you get, sometimes I just have to scroll by because I'm like, not be a keyboard warrior today, Julie. Do not be a keyboard warrior today.
Keyboard warrior? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Yeah. So I just kind of put my typing hands away and I just, because people tend to, instead of saying, oh, thanks, that was a helpful video, they'll be like, oh, you didn't do this or you wore this or that's not the way you do it.
Yes.
Like you literally, my favorite thing to do is put a video out about plastic up or paper up. Watch the world explode.
Right.
Watch it explode because people do not read the instructions for use of their machines.
And you're talking about putting bags in the autoclave?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, what is the rule?
Well, it depends on your machine.
Okay.
So if you have a Midmark, it's plastic up.
Okay.
If you have Alexa, I think it's paper up. Yeah, it's
and that's
all
like a battle.
On the machine. It's right in there and the instructions for use. But it's a battle because people are like, oh, we always do paper up because, and I'm like thinking, if you turn plastic upside down and there's water droplets coming down, that water's not going to go anywhere. Like, so there's a whole science, but it's just so funny.
Oh my
gosh,
and
I love the social.
This.
I love the social media because I think it's just like I said, it brings people together, and it's also an outlet, like for yourself to kind of de-stress. Like right now, I'm cataloging my last 185 days of teaching.
Can we talk about this?
My high school teaching.
Yes. How long have you been teaching?
So I taught adults for 10 years.
Wow.
And then I stepped
in a dental assisting program.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I had a licensed trade school in an office that I worked at for 24 years.
Okay.
And when I decided to go out and sow my oats in coaching and speaking, I retired from that office. So the school closed, but I did it for 10 years.
Okay.
And it was adults. And then I have been in my current practice for 8 years. And about 2 years ago, I saw an ad on Indeed for high school dental assisting. I'm like, oh, I've always thought like this gives people opportunities if they don't want to go to college. Like I love the trade fields, welding, electrical, auto mechanic, because there are not people that are not going to go to college.
Right.
They don't want to go to college, but they're good with their hands.
Yeah.
And if you're good with your hands, you can learn anything.
Well, and that's what I was talking about earlier. It's like, because, my husband has a medical degree. Mm-hmm. I don't.
Right.
my husband is a very intelligent man. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean I am less intelligent.
Right.
And nowadays everyone is talking about how like we don't have any plumbers. We don't have any welders. Like we need these trades. Mm-hmm. And also you're still learning a skill.
Right.
Just
and
because
some of those skills, they get paid a lot of money to do.
Yes. Oh, yes, they do.
My son's in engineering school right now. He's going to bet I have $100,000 in debt. He better get a job that makes more than that.
Right.
He better get a job. But he wanted to be a mechanical engineer, you know?
Yeah.
But
also good for him.
Right.
And you do it. Do your thing. I think that, my niece is 20. She's turned 25. Mm-hmm. And she is a dental assistant in the orthodontic field now. Yeah. My brother is 25 and he's an electrician. Yeah. And like, I'm just so proud of them. Yeah. Like, and they're hustling and they're doing really well. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, like my older two, Anthony, he lives in Hawaii.
Oh, that's fun.
It's fun, isn't it? Yeah. He lives in Hawaii and he has a great job and he supports himself. He didn't go to college, but he lives there with his, girlfriend and their two babies. And he's figured it out. He's figured out, my one that's 24, he works at a Burn Dairy. It's like they make the creamer and stuff. And he makes more than some of the dental assistants out there.
Sure. And
he's got full benefits. He's got a pension.
Yeah.
He's, working. So I think the trades, and I know I don't like that they classify dental assisting as a trade, but it is because you work with your hands and it's very skilled.
Yeah.
So when they said that, you want to teach high schoolers, I was like, oh, so they converted their adult ed program to a high school program. And it was going to be 2 years because I have them 2.5 hours a day.
Okay.
From September to June. And now this teacher schedule is kind of nice. I would like having my summers off. Although I did go back into my office here and there, but I was like, oh, this is nuts. I wonder why people want to be teachers. But there's a lot of politics with teaching.
Sure.
And I understand why a lot of teachers get burned out because they don't have support. They don't have, they're dealing with kids that don't want to be there, don't want to be in school.
Right.
They're dealing with a lot of kids that have, issues, trauma issues and stuff like that. So, but I've had a good class. My first class graduated last year. I had 7. 6 of them were in the National Technical Honor Society. Wow. One's gone to dental school right now. One's going to hygiene. 3 got jobs right out. So it was a very lucrative program for me. Very successful to me, I guess.
Yeah.
But I didn't have good numbers for enrollment because I don't know why. I don't know why the younger generation, what can we do to get the younger generation to be dental assistants? I don't know. So this year I have 9 left to graduate. So I'm going to finish out this year and then be done. And I don't know what the future holds, So I have a solid backup, job that I go to and I love that office and they are great people to work with and great, but I don't know what the future holds. I'm going to work there, of course, till I retire, Dr. Pugh. So don't forget. But I don't know. Like, I don't want to be like, if somebody wanted something like here today, I was like, oh, this is a win. Let's just do it. Let's go meet. And you're like, oh, I'm like, I don't want to call. And I thought you were in Texas.
I know. You know what? Everyone thinks I'm in Texas. I'm not in Texas. I'm in Connecticut. Everyone thinks I'm in Texas.
I'm in Connecticut. I'm like, how far are you from Albany?
Yeah, this is so perfect. Yeah. Okay, Julie, I'm going to ask you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice about surviving in this profession, what would it be?
Don't put up with the bullshit.
Ooh, I love this.
Don't put up with the bullshit from anybody and even from yourself. Like, don't self-doubt yourself. If you want to make more money, figure out a way to do it. Yeah. You want to be good at ortho, figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
You want to be an office manager, figure out how to do it. Things are not going to be handed to you in this profession. You have to work for them.
Yeah.
You want to be a hygienist, get good grades, get into a hygiene program.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, it's so tough to get in. That's an excuse because you're never going to get in if you use that excuse.
Yeah. You can do it.
You can do it.
You just have to not put up with the bullshit from yourself and other people.
Did you put up with a lot of bullshit?
Yeah, I did. But I also was very strong-willed and have a mind of my own to speak a lot. Like a lot of, I remember when I worked for Dr. Procopio, he liked to wear all white from head to toe. Now you work in a bloody environment. Why are we wearing
all
white?
white scrubs?
And shoes.
And shoes. Okay.
Yeah. Everything had to be white. Lab coat, everything. And I remember wearing colored underwear.
Oh.
And he'd be like, you got colored underwear on today. And I'm like, yep, I do. He's like, you can see. I'm like, I don't care. I go, we cannot wear white. So when the new guy took over, I was like, can we please not wear white?
And do you?
No, and I don't know if they wear what he let us wear, whatever. But you know, so I've never worn white since.
That is.
But he always wore, you know, the old style, very, but those zip up whites. You know, that's what the very professional way.
Coat,
the lab coat.
You're covered all white head to toe.
White does not belong in dentistry.
Yeah, very good point.
It does not belong anywhere in the healthcare profession.
What would you say to somebody, a dental assistant in the profession right now that's really unhappy in their practice?
Do what makes you happy. If I understand like leaving is hard.
Yeah.
But if you are working in a toxic environment or the hours aren't conducive to your lifestyle or you don't like what you're getting paid, there are other offices out there that you can find and will pay you or have better hours or make more, you know, have benefits for you. There are the offices out there. You just have to find them.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that aren't hiring because people aren't leaving.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, the ones that are always like in my area, I look, you know, every day I'm on Indeed looking, you know, and the ones that are same hiring, why are you still hiring?
I think people forget that too, that let's get real. Okay. Yeah. I'm 41 years old. Mm-hmm. I am a detective. Yeah. Okay. Like if my girlfriend starts dating somebody, I'm like, who's this guy? I'm like looking him up. I know his history.
Him on Facebook. Yeah.
I know what his ex-girlfriend looks like. I can go and do all the things. Yeah. And I think it's the same thing in any profession, not just ours.
Right.
Like if you're in an industry and you're like, oh, that company keeps hiring over, and it's not that they're expanding or growing, because that's a very different animal. Yes. But if they're like, it's a constant, right? People, I talked about this recently and I don't remember the podcast because they're all blurring together now, but I was like, people talk and people know.
Yes.
People know when you are constantly putting out an ad and you're getting 100 applicants.
You can only blame the dental assistant so long. Like it was a dental assistant. It was a dental assistant. It was a dental. No. Or was, you know, it could not be the dentist. It could be the manager. It could be the hygienist. It could be just the environment. It could be the type of, whether it's corporate or private practice, or maybe it's endodontics or oral surgery. You don't like to be in that field.
Right.
But if I had to say to anybody that's just starting out, learn all you can. Learn all you can. Read, learn, study, I just picked up an implant book. It was up in my cubby at work. And I said, what's this here for? She's like, I don't know. He put it up there. I go, I'm going to take it home and read it. She's like, why? I said, well, because I love doing implants, but obviously bought this book for me. Hasn't even opened it yet, you know? But you have to learn all you can, even if it doesn't pertain to your job.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you're not happy at one job, I remember I actually started at Aspen. Okay. But it was upstate, and Bob Fontana I think Bob owned one or two, and it was upstate. And I worked there for like 2 months. It was the worst experience of my lifetime. I said, I'm going to work here a couple months, and I'm going to get my experience. And the minute I find another job, I'm going to leave. So then I found another job. I went up the road. I think they paid me like $1 more an hour.
Sure.
I was like, woohoo, $1 more, right?
Right.
And I was trained by Rilda. So if you're ever listening, Rilda, she was from the Philippines. She was a dentist in the Philippines, but she couldn't be a dentist in New York State. Okay. She was an amazing dental assistant. She taught me how to hold instruments. She taught me about the instruments. She taught me how not to speak, how to, she just taught me so much about dentistry. But the guy wasn't that great to work for.
He was super nice, like paid well. The other team was great. He just, sometimes Dennis has fits and they're all quirks and stuff like that. But so then I was hit by a drunk driver and I had my left hand broke.
Julie.
So during my off time, I was like, you know what? I really could use a change. Like you said you needed a shift.
Yep.
And something in you is just like, it's time for a change.
Yep.
And I saw an ad in the paper and I still had my hand in a cast. And I went to Dr. Procopio and he's like, well, when do you get that thing off? And I said, 2 more weeks. He's like, all right. He's like, you're hired. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went from $3.75 to $12 an hour. And I was like, yeah, I just won the lottery. And then he was like, and I'm off. He was off, like he'd work 2 weeks, be off a week because he had a house in Florida. So he'd work 2 weeks, be off a week, but we get paid for the week.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not going to lose pay. He's like, nope, you just, make sure you come in, do a little couple things. And my wife leaves you the check. And I mean, they were just the nicest people to work for, nicest people. But he taught me a lot about dentistry and what I want and what I didn't want in dentistry. And like I said, nowadays it's too fast paced, I think, some offices, cramming people in and, that the dental assistant can really learn. But I think sometimes they're set up for failure. So if you're just starting out and you get into an office and you just, in your gut, you don't feel it's right, it's time to go. It's time to figure out what you want. And if you get into it and you don't like it, go find something to do. And I tell my students that all the time. I said, if you get into the dental office and you don't like it, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because the skills I gave you a lot of people skills and a lot of how to do things skills. Like you learn how to go from A to B, like yourself, processes.
Yep.
And working well with others. You can go work anywhere.
Yeah.
I said, but at the end of the day, when you put your pillow down on your head or your head down on your pillow, you need to be happy with what's going on in your life. I said, I have one student right now. She wants to be a wrestler.
What do you mean?
She wrestles. Like girl wrestles?
Like a professional wrestler?
No, not a professional wrestler.
Oh.
She wants to be like a wrestler, like at a D1 school and stuff. And I'm like, well, how are we going to get there? I have one that wants to score. She's got 800 points and she wants to score, 1,000 points. I'm like, well, how are we getting there? One that wants to be a pilot and go to this pilot school down in Florida. How are we getting there? How are you going to get there?
Yeah.
You can do it, but how are you going to get there?
Yeah.
And don't ever self-doubt yourself. Just put the tools in place. I have one that wants to go to hygiene school. I said, well, you better get good grades and let's get on it, and stuff like that. So it's just, I think people don't believe in themselves when they go into this profession and because they get beat down or they get a doctor that says this is not how you do things. And instead of being, okay, well, you effed up, how are we going to fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think too, in this, I wouldn't even say generationally, because I think it's just today, right?
Mm-hmm.
That self-reflection is a really, really, really big thing. And I think that as humans, the more we do that for ourselves, the better we become and grow in all aspects. I'm not just talking I'm not just in the workspace or professionally. I'm talking personally, professionally, growth, you name it. Motherhood, you have to self-reflect and go, okay, is this really for me? And if it is, great. What are we going to do to get there?
Right. That, and I feel sometimes we tend to fix other people's problems. Yes.
I'm guilty of that, Julie.
You need to be you don't need to be a problem solver for other people. You need to help them solve their own problems.
Yeah. I as a consultant for years, especially in 2020.
It's very
and as a consultant and a coach, I was like, okay, tell me everything and then we're going to work through it and I'm going to help guide you. And that's my job too, right? But it became too much where I was becoming almost like a therapist. And this is what I talk about too when I implemented DISC, the behavior assessment, because I wanted to get to know people more at their core.
Right.
I am not a therapist. I do not have a degree in psychology or, and so I had no right in some of these situations. I was just really a third party that was like, okay, here's what I see on this end and this end. And here's how I think you guys bridge whatever is going on here. But I had no business giving this therapeutic advice to anyone. And that's a big self-reflection that I had and had to really work on myself.
Yeah, because people want you to, as a consultant or a coach, people want you to fix their problems.
Yeah.
They don't want to realize that, one, they are the problem, and two, how are they going to fix themselves?
Yeah.
You can give them the tools or the plans, the instruments, or whatever you want to call them. But if you don't utilize them, I worked for a consultant junkie. That's what I call them. Consultant
There's
junkie.
plenty of those out there. I know
that
exactly
they think everybody is their next.
We'll go to the next
solution.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, when I get on calls sometimes and I'm like, have you ever used a consultant before? And they're like, yes.
Oh, yeah. They name all the ones out there and you're like,
whoa.
Okay, goodbye. See you later.
Okay, so what would you like me to help you with, you know?
Because I do everything that you've had in the last 13. What am I going to,
Yeah.
So, and my biggest thing is like, right now in my office, I'm like the business manager, office manager, assistant, kind of like wears all the hats. But I don't manage my team. I tell them they are their own leaders. Yeah. You need a day off? Fine. Figure out how to make it happen.
Sure.
You get a sick kid? Great. We'll move the schedule, because that's important to them, that those types of things. And I think people that micromanage, like, what are you doing this for? What are you doing that for? Why are you doing that for? And it very hard is, assistants, like we got a wonderful new assistant at our practice. And it was very hard for me to just, I clean this, I change that. And I'm like, okay. Like, it's very hard for you as an assistant to be like, okay,
right.
Because you want to go in and I'm like, no, but this is her space. I got to give her space to do things. And I'm like, where do you want this now? Couldn't find this, So it's very hard you have to be adaptable to change.
Oh,
as an assistant. If you're not adaptable to change, this dentistry is not for you.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I say.
Agree.
Because doctors change their mind like they change their underwear.
Yeah, every single day.
Whether it's a female dentist or a male dentist, they change their mind of how products, procedures, instruments, policies, whatever it is.
Systems as a whole. Okay, here we go. Ready? If you could leave dental assistants everywhere one message of encouragement, what would it be?
Message of encouragement. If you're doing your best to your ability, then you've done enough. If you're doing your best of your ability, you've done enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you go home and in yourself, you would know that you're the best dental assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't ever second guess it or have someone put doubt in your mind. Because I think that's what happens a lot.
I agree. And I think that's what you're doing, such a beautiful job with your social media and what you're doing is you're really advocating for these individuals that are really in their own group. And I think it's really, really important. And
I hope it helps one person be better or decide, hey, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not stuck. No one's stuck anywhere.
Yeah.
Like even if your husband works in medical and he says, what, I really hate doing what I do.
Yes.
Okay, we'll figure out, go do something else.
Yeah.
Because we're not stuck.
Yeah.
We're not stuck in anything, doing anything.
Agree.
We're not stuck being a dental assistant. We're not stuck being a hygienist.
Yeah.
So we're not stuck here doing this podcast.
I know, but this is really fun.
This is really fun.
Okay, well, let's do some rapid fire fun.
Okay.
Okay, get your mirror.
Okay.
Guys, are you kidding? Look at this. Those of you that aren't watching, we have these massive mouth mirrors. This is hysterical. I'm going to act like this is my microphone.
Look at the teeth here, right?
Oh my gosh, this is so good. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Favorite, and this is rapid fire, so you just get one word, Julie.
Okay, one word.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Your favorite dental instrument that you couldn't live without. Rapid fire, Julie.
Thinking. The Optosculpt.
What is
Optosculpt instrument.
I don't even know what you're saying.
So it places composite, has a little rubber pad on it.
Okay.
And it's great. Nothing sticks to it. It's awesome.
So mine's the Weingart.
What's that?
Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh my God, I love this so much.
I probably have it in my book somewhere. But
I can't live without a Weingart.
Whatever that is, sure.
It helps me get the wire in and out. Like I use it for literally everything.
Is it that little thing with a little thingy like this?
They're closer together. Oh. They pull a wire out. Are they beakers? It's serrated. It kind of looks like
they're like this? Like hemostatic?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Nope. That's a math
check that out.
Okay. This is really good. If you weren't in dentistry, what career would you have chosen? You can't say teaching because you're already doing that.
No.
Okay.
If I wasn't in dentistry, what I've done? I always want to be a dancer.
Ooh, what kind? You told me today that you don't dance in front of people.
But I dance everywhere else.
What?
I spend hours in my office doing TikTok dances.
And do you post them?
No.
What is going on?
I master TikTok dances.
And then what?
Just nothing.
What?
I do. I spend hours. I know how to shuffle from the Shuffle Mamas.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm not on TikTok.
Oh,
I can't. I don't have enough time because I know myself. I'm already addicted to Instagram. I'm watching TikToks on Instagram.
I told my students the other day I doom scroll for an hour after I teach because I just need to
Totally. It's awful. I doom scroll when my kids go to bed.
I try to learn TikTok dances so that, I don't know, I just like to hip hop dance. But yeah.
Wait, can you post one?
No.
Why?
I will have to need a choreographer. Is there any choreographers out there?
Julie.
I'm not posting a TikTok. I think I've posted one or two.
You should have told me. I could have learned it and then we could have done it here.
Yeah, maybe we can.
No, I can't learn that fast. Plus I'll be sweating. Let's get real. My nieces made me do TikToks on our vacation. And I did TikToks on my,
There's one where you have to jump like 30 times and then you clip it all together and it makes you look like it's really cute. We should do that one.
What? Okay. Wait.
What's the next one?
Wait, my career. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Yeah. What would your career be?
I think I'd be a teacher.
Oh, I think you'd be good at it.
I would love it.
I think dental assistants are good teachers at heart.
Yeah.
Because we have to teach patients.
Mm-hmm.
We have to have patience.
Yeah. I really, I mean, my life's not over. Maybe at some point I'll teach something. I'd love to teach orthodontic assistants.
There you go.
Ooh, I would love it. Okay, wait. Really quick. My daughter is 5 and she's in a hip hop class. I just need to say that. And she's like learning actual moves. Yeah. And she comes home and practices them. Yeah. And
I literally, in my mind, I'm doing the dances just like
that is so good. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What is a snack that gets you through a long work day?
A tub of anything that's peanut butter and chocolate ice cream.
Really?
Like a little pint.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
I used to eat ho-hos, but they changed the recipe.
What?
They changed the recipe.
Of a ho-hos changed the recipe? Yeah. What is happening right now?
Yeah. They changed the recipe so they suck. They're terrible.
I
would eat a whole box sometimes.
What? Julie!
My practice is an hour from my house, so I could eat a whole box.
Like, oh my God, I love this. Okay, wait.
So what's your favorite?
Wait, what was your favorite snack again? But not ho-hos.
No, ice cream.
Oh, ice cream, peanut butter, and chocolate.
It used to be ho-hos, but they changed the recipe.
Do you want to know a fun fact? This is embarrassing.
What?
I cannot eat ice cream with chocolate chips in it.
Okay.
I know. Like mint chocolate chip, people love it.
Yeah.
Because the chocolate chips get stuck in my occlusion and I freak out. So when I was younger.
Well, fun fact, I really don't eat the chocolate ice cream. I eat the strips of frozen peanut butter in it.
Okay, fine. All right. That makes you feel better.
So my husband will be like, where's all the peanut butter?
It's gone.
I just took the peanut butter. Ow, I just want the frozen peanut butter. I don't want the ice cream.
Oh my God. Okay, my favorite snack. This is also embarrassing. Yeah. And actually, my best friend and I were talking the other day, and she was making so much fun of me. I eat an unhealthy amount of string cheese.
Oh, I like string cheese.
And I buy it for my kids, but like in between my Zooms, I'll run downstairs, let my dog, I have a golden retriever named Carl. I'll let him out and then I'll grab a string cheese and then I let him in and I run back upstairs. And she's like, what do you mean? Why aren't, she's like, we have kids the same age. And she's like, it's like you're like sucking on like an applesauce pouch. Like, how old are you? And I'm like, listen, string cheese. I don't even know what it is or how it's made. And I don't want to know. Okay, next one. You ready?
Uh-huh.
What's a song that puts you in a good mood?
Any Eminem song?
What? Ho-Ho's and Eminem. Truly, I'm learning so much.
Any Eminem song. It's my dream concert to go to, and I don't care how much the tickets will be. I will be in the front row. What? I don't care if I have to mortgage my house to see him.
Julie. Okay, fun fact.
Shake That is my favorite song.
Wait. Okay.
Not my favorite song.
This is why I feel like I love you so much from the minute we spoke. Eminem was like everything to me when I was in high school, and I went to an Eminem and Limp Bizkit concert.
Oh, that'd be a good concert.
And I had like a poster of him above my bed. Like this was real. My mom was probably really worried. My boyfriend in high school like looked like Eminem.
So what is your favorite song that you would listen to if you had to decompress?
Okay, right now?
And crash out. As my kids call it in high school, it's called crashing out.
Decompress means crashing out?
Crash out. I'm going to crash out.
Okay. All right. Right now, in this current moment, I am obsessed with Alex Warren's Ordinary.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice song.
But it's a live version with Luke Combs. Okay.
Is it really
like when I'm in my car, you play this on your way home today. When I'm in my car, my kids aren't in my car. Yeah. Like I am like, I think I sound like them. It's embarrassing. Like I start coughing. I'm singing so loud. But that's like right now. I would say like I play kids songs or whatever with my kids, and then once I drop them off, like I love a good like old school Salt and Peppa.
Oh yeah.
I like all any
about that.
90s, early 2000s Dr. Dre.
Yep.
Like oh man.
So you know you have to follow her. She's on Instagram and TikTok. Her name is Chrissy Punch or Chrissy Allen, but I think she's called CS Punch. But she does all old school, and she's a dentist in California, and she's got like millions of followers. But she does the funniest TikToks and Instagram reels with all old school music.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm going to follow her today. Yeah. Okay. Last one. You ready?
Yep.
One word you'd use to describe the dental assisting profession. Ooh, stumped.
I know. One word. Evolving.
Ooh, I like it.
Evolving.
Yeah.
It's evolving.
I agree.
What would be your word?
Ooh, I don't know, but can I steal that?
Sure.
I
really think it's evolving.
It is. I think that
and
the
I think
industry
it's at
as a whole,
fast pace. Yeah, the whole industry is evolving.
Yeah.
To be hopefully better.
Yeah.
For patients and for providers.
Yeah.
And to elevate the dental assistant, it needs to evolve. It can't stay the way it is.
Yeah.
So,
Julie. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Should we cheers with our
cheers.
mirrors? Cheers. Julie Varney, you are the absolute best. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm not the best. I'm just myself.
That's what makes you the best.
I'm just myself.
You're authentically you, and I love it. You and your love for Eminem, and your love for Ho-Hos, and your love for dental assistants, and your advocating.
Oh,
and
thanks.
Truly, I can't thank you enough for joining me and for doing this in person. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was great.
Oh gosh, thank you.
What a weird suggestion. Like, hey, let's just meet.
Yes, I love it. Yes. From the bottom of my heart. I truly can't thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I love it.
Oh gosh.
This was fun. I can't wait to do
And this isn't the end of us.
No, this isn't the end.
We have fun stuff coming.
Yes, we do have some fun stuff coming.
So,
yes.
Everyone, Julie Varney, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for joining me on The Bloom Effect, where we keep it real, keep it growing, and always keep it team first. If today's episode sparked something for you, an idea, a shift, or just a reminder that you're not alone, take a second and share it with your team or a fellow ortho leader. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a convo, and if you're loving the show, leave a review. It helps more practices find us and join the movement. And if you're ready to bring this kind of energy into your practice, visit discovereverbloom.com to learn more about working together. Until next time, keep leading with heart, keep building with intention, and keep blooming right where you're planted.